that Anthony Joshua and yourself have parted ways. AJ's teamed up with Derek James. I was wanting to get your kind of understanding on the split and where things stood when you guys decided to part ways.
You know what? Things are good. I don't have anything bad to say. Fighters make that decision. The team, sometimes the whole team makes that decision. But I've always said it, and I told you and many other people that what I would like to see from Anthony is prepare himself in the United States in a gym where there's more fighters, there's world class fighters, and he chose the right place to be at. Derek James is a great trainer right now, trainer of the year. Has great fighters, and I'm pretty sure Anthony coming to the States to train in somebody else's gym and somebody else's rules and everything is gonna make a big difference, because that's what I always ask for, from Anthony. But even if it's not with me, I'm happy that he made that decision, because that's what he needed. Training back home, you're the comfortable person, you're the boss, you're just too comfortable. Plus, your whole career has been like that. The change was needed, and I'm glad he did decide to do it. Obviously, I'm not going to deny it. I would have loved him to be here in Riverside with me and doing the work with us. But Derek James is a great trainer.
And those are the words of Robert Garcia, the former trainer of Anthony Joshua, brother of Mikey Garcia, and former champion himself at 135. Robert Garcia. Now, first off, a heads up, there will be 3 of these videos because I want to properly counterpunch the whole thing. And I don't want these to be real lengthy because, people these days, how we get, we're busy. And our attention spans are very short. So let me counterpunch this segment. And what I can extract from this segment is that first, Robert wished that Anthony Joshua would have came to Riverside. And he told Anthony Joshua, look, if you need me, you're going to have to come to the States. If you want me, and Team Joshua, what they did, they were like, okay, maybe a change of scenery is needed. So I'll go to the States, but it just won't be with you. So I can imagine that's frustrating for any trainer or anybody just in general. It's, this is a term called ask hole, right? You ask a question and then you get an answer, and then the answer they either don't use or they use it with someone else. You put yourself in a position for a job and they're doing something that you say do. It's only frustrating because you don't get the credit. And I think that's frustrating for Robert Garcia. And furthermore, he praised Derek James. And I think that's a good thing. I think most trainers are supposed to support each other. I think they're supposed to, stick together, because what happens when fighters lose, especially prime star, talent like AJ, they have to blame someone. Someone has to go down. And it's rarely the fighter, which in essence, it should be the fighter all the time because he's the only one in there. Unless he's getting bad instruction, okay? So that's another issue. I do think that Robert Garcia took the back seat of a training camp and he pretty much got paid for free. Why do I say that? Because Angel Fernandez was in front of him. He was on the side. I know Robert Garcia picked up some weight or whatever, but that didn't mean he couldn't jump his ass in there. He does with his other fighters. So I'm like, okay, well, who's leading who here? Who was really the coach? You know what I mean? Was it a offensive coach and a defensive coach? Like JD's and Mark Breland, right? So, You know, was it like that? But, you know, so everything was really kind of strange. All right. But I'll say this. I will say this. I think that Robert Garcia is venting. I think he's the last point that I'm gonna drill home on this interview is that he says that Anthony Joshua has had it easy his whole career, has had it comfortable his whole career. See, and I think it got frustrating for him, which I will explain in another video. But him saying that he had it easy and stuff like that, it means he was pampered. That means the things that Robert Garcia seen. And I think what Robert Garcia did a lot, I think he observed. I don't think he really coached a lot. He just kind of, you know, shadowed Angel Fernandez and seen what Fernandez was doing. And he either okayed it or denied it, right? You know, like, oh, okay, cool. I concur, right? So I think Robert Garcia, you know, wants to make it known that Anthony Joshua needed that change. He needed to leave that comfort zone because everything about it stunk in his eyes. Yeah. Robert Garcia was like, listen, that man has had it happen. He had it this way his whole career. You know, so no. If I need to make him my guy, he needs to come over here. But here's the deal. My counterpunch to Robert Garcia, okay? Why didn't you do that the first time? Counterpunch. I mean, why didn't you set up a U.S. training camp here? You know, Derek James was like, hey, you know, I'm going to do this, but yeah, you're going to be training here, bro. And I'm not going over there. You're going to be here. And I'm led to believe now, I think, Robert Garcia honestly seen dollar signs. He's seen, oh man, I ain't never been with a heavyweight, new opportunity for some bread, because you know he made a shitload of money, you know, under AJ, training AJ. And again, that was just shadowing behind Angel Fernandez because we don't really know who was really the main trainer or not. We didn't know that, you know, because Angel Fernandez was doing most of the work. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of this first segment of Robert Garcia, that Anthony Joshua had it easy his whole career and he wished that he would had AJ in the States. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!